What is going on, Yankees fans? Back at it with another New York Yankees post-game recap as the New York Yankees win a absolutely insane game, 5-3 over the Tampa Bay Rays. And it wasn't really the game that was insane, it was more what happened after the game. It was absolutely nuts. I got a lot of stuff to talk about in this video, so make sure to stay tuned, make sure to watch the whole thing, because I'm going to list my opinion a lot about what went down after this game. A lot of stuff to talk about with this game. It was absolutely nuts. As you probably all know what I'm about to talk about. It's the main story around baseball right now. You know, the whole Yankees, Rays, benches clearing at the end. I'll talk about that in a minute. But let's talk about the game first before we get into the whole scuffle. What happened at the end there. But the Yankees win 5-3. Great job from Tanaka. Goes 6 innings. Gives, only made one mistake to Kevin Kiermaier, who I can't stand. Gave up a 2-run homer in like the 5th inning. Besides that, Tanaka was great. He did a great job on there on Tanaka Tuesday. He did a great job. He always seems to pitch well on Tuesdays. I don't know why. Really good job by Tanaka. Didn't have his complete best stuff, but still did a very good job. Didn't walk a lot of guys. I thought Tanaka did a great job in this ball game. Bullpen did its job as well. I mean, Loaizaga gave up the home run to Willie Adames, but besides that, the bullpen did a good job. The pitching did a good job today, man. It's a Rays, a team that can hit well. They can definitely hit the baseball, man. They can score a lot of runs, and the Yankees held them to 3. Good job by the Yankees pitching today, and we definitely needed it after the rough day of pitching yesterday from Garrett Cole and all that stuff. So, great job from Tanaka. I believe he got the win. Loaizaga did an okay job, and then Chapman did a good job as a pitcher, but maybe as a person, a lot of people didn't like what Chapman did, especially Rays fans. But anyway, I'll get into that later in the video. So, to talk about the Yankees offense. They went out 1-0 early. DJ LeMahieu, second pitch of the game off Richards, hits a home run to, I think it might have been right field. I don't remember. I think one went to left, one went to right. I think the first one went to left. And the Yankees led off the game with a home run. We're thinking, all right, great start. And it's already better than it was yesterday when Glasnow was no-hitting the Yankees through 5 innings. So, get DJ LeMahieu hits the home run. Dude's awesome. What do I have to say? DJ LeMahieu is the best, he's the best overall pure hitter on this team. Now, I know you could say Aaron Judge, you could say Gleyber Torres, but I just think DJ LeMahieu is the most important player on this team. And he's the only reason why we won 103 games last year. He's the only reason why. And I love that guy, and he had a leadoff homer. Then, 2 innings later, DJ LeMahieu steps up to the plate against Richards, hits another home run. The dude's incredible. What do I have to say? He hits another homer. The Yankees up 2-0 early, but then we go to the 5th inning. He gives up a leadoff double to Willie Adames, and then Kevin Kiermaier's a 2-run shot into the second deck in right field. The Rays tie the ball game up at 2, but then we go to the bottom. Was it 7? I think they bring in. I think it's the bottom of the 7th. They bring in Thompson. Thompson comes in. He gives up a hit to Voit, a hit to Clint Frazier, with 2 on and 1 out. Gio Urshela at the plate, behind 0-2 in the count. Little looper, right center field. Kiermaier dives. Nope, he can't get it. It goes all the way to the wall. All 2 runs scored. It's 4-2. But Adames throws it behind the catcher, and then Urshela, he's hustling around home. He comes in to score, and the Yankees break it open. They lead it 5-2. Now, Adames does hit a home run in that 8th inning to make it 5-3, but Chapman goes 1-2-3, does his job. Good job by Chapman there in the 9th inning to lock down the save. Didn't really make it stressful, which, thank God they didn't make it stressful. I can't take more stress after yesterday. But the Yankees beat the Rays 5-3. Offense was okay. I mean, did a good job. DJ LeMahieu scored, obviously did most of the offense, but Urshela, I guess, what do I want to call it? 3-base error. And got 2 RBIs. Great job by Gio Urshela to come up clutch there, and a very good job by DJ LeMahieu hitting 2 homers. What do I have to say about that guy? He was awesome tonight. Offense did a pretty solid job. They did what they have to do against Richards. He had a 5 ERA coming in. I expected the Yankees to score some runs. They scored 5. That's good enough to win a ball game. And great job by the Yankees offense today. I got to give them credit. They've been so just hard to watch the past couple games, but they finally broke through and did a good job today against a team that pitches very well. So good job by the Yankees on the offensive side of the ball. But now we'll move over to the final, I guess after the final play of the game. So Chapman comes in. The first pitch he throws to Brasso, the pinch hitter, comes up fastball, 101 miles per hour, and it almost drills him in the head. I was thinking, wow, I thought the ball just slipped out of his hand. When I was watching the game, I thought the ball just slipped out of his hand. But the Rays, after he struck him out, he stared Brasso down. He walked back to the dugout. And then the Yankees, I guess, started to chirp. I don't know if they did or not. But who knows? Maybe Brasso just turned around acting like something. Maybe a Yankee player said something so he can maybe pretend like the Yankees actually said something when they really didn't. Who knows? But Brasso turns around, and I guess some Yankee player must have said something, and then he got angry. The whole team had to hold him back. The bullpens came out while Frank Sinatra was playing. It was so weird. It was so awkward. But the benches cleared. The bullpen relievers they all came out from both sides. And they were all screaming at each other. Now, there was no punches thrown. There was, no fights at all, which was good because of the whole coronavirus, social distancing thing. But they were all close to each other, and it was just a huge, it was just a huge brawl, But even though they didn't fight, it was like a brawl without the fight. The bench is cleared, but they didn't fight. If that makes any sense. And they all stop fighting. They all stop, yelling at each other. And then they go into the dugouts, go into the locker rooms. Then they do their interviews. And this is the part that I get annoyed with the Tampa Bay Rays because their manager, Kevin Cash, threatens to hit the Yankees with 98 miles per hour pitches. Chapman did not hit Brasso. It was a wild pitch. Was not on purpose. Chapman doesn't have a great background. I get that. But that was not on purpose. Not. The ball slipped out of his hand. He's how many games he pitched this year? 3-4 games. He's coming back from testing positive. He's barely pitched this year. It couldn't have been purposeful. And even if it was, if it hit him, that would be unacceptable. But even if it was, the Rays have done the same thing to us multiple times. Even if it's 101, even if it's like 96, still they could still do the same amount of damage to a brain. You never want to see anything like that. That could be life-threatening. Never want to see anything like that. But Andrew Kittredge of the Tampa Bay Rays, he was a reliever on that team. I don't know if any Yankee fans remember this game. Back in 2018, they were winning like 11-0, and then they were getting spanked. The Rays were getting crushed, and I think this was at the end of the year. Their playoff hopes were over. They had to be depressed, and they were sad that the Yankees were owning them, beating them 11-0 at their home park. Well, it wouldn't really matter because nobody's there to see it, but besides Yankee fans, nobody would be there to see it, so it's not as embarrassing. But they were down 11-0. The Rays season was ending. They weren't going to make the playoffs, so they had to be angry. Kittredge, and then remember when he throws that over the head of Austin Romine? Remember? That was in the game where the Rays were down 11-0. The Yankees were up 5-3 in this game with 2 outs, and the Rays have owned us this year. I'm pretty sure the Yankees desperately want to win, get a win against this team. They have a chance to. Why would Chapman throw at Brasso there? Maybe it was purposeful. Who knows? He hasn't had a great background, but maybe it was purposeful. But the Rays have done the same thing, and then they're going to come out and, call the Yankees childish and, call the Yankees whatever you want to call them, call the Yankees poorly managed. But the Rays have done the same thing multiple times. And they started this whole fiasco. That's why CC said, that's for you. You know what I'm about. You know what the word was after that. So it's just very hypocritical from the Rays' part. Now, maybe it was purposeful. Can't do anything like that. Can't throw a 100 miles per hour pitch to the head. That's a no-no. No-no in the big leagues. That could be life-threatening. Can't do that. So, not good on Chapman's part. Not a good look for him. But if that was accidental, the Rays look like complete hypocrites right now. And maybe Brasso, maybe the Yankees weren't really saying anything, because I'm pretty sure they were so happy to get that win. I don't really think they cared what the Rays had to say, So, I'm pretty sure they were just so pumped that they finally beat this team, and they can finally move up in the standings. But maybe Brasso turned around and acted like the Yankees said something, and that's why the whole Yankees players looked confused. But that's why Aaron Boone said it wasn't his fault. That's why he was admitting that it wasn't Chapman's fault. And DJ said he's prepared. They're prepared for the Rays pitchers to hit him. I don't think Chapman did that on purpose. Now, I can definitely see the Rays players' perspective, but I don't think it was purposeful. I really don't. And even if it was, the Rays have done the same thing to us over and over. Doesn't matter if it's 92 miles per hour or 101 miles per hour. Both speeds can be permanent. That can give you brain damage. That's terrible. The Rays have done the same thing before. So they just look like hypocrites right now. They really do. And I guess they just don't like to admit that they finally lost. I don't know. I guess they're just salty that they lost the game. Even though they won the first 7 out of 8 games they played, but they're still salty. Maybe they're just arrogant, which I do think they are arrogant. But maybe it was the Yankees' fault. I really don't think it was. But maybe it was. Maybe Chapman did that. He hasn't really had a great background. Maybe that was on purpose, but not good on Chapman's part. Maybe a suspension. If they find out it really was purposeful, maybe Chapman gets a suspension. Who knows? Who knows? But I don't think it was purposeful. And I think it's very hypocritical of the Rays to come out and threaten the Yankees and say, we have pitchers who can throw 98 miles per hour. And that's me pretty much saying that we're going to drill you next game with 98 miles per hour pitches. I'm so excited to see tomorrow's game. I want to know what goes on tomorrow's game. Maybe they don't fight. Maybe they just want to win the game more than hit each other. But man, these two teams hate each other. It's not even Yankees Red Sox rivalry. It doesn't even exist anymore. The Yankees and Rays are rivals right now, and they're going to be rivals for the next couple years. You know, so if the Yankees can win the series tomorrow, whew, not good on the Rays' part. But if they do lose, not going to be good on the Yankees' part. So whoever wins tomorrow they're going to be really pumped up. They should feel really good about themselves if they win tomorrow. The Yankees, they definitely have a chance of winning tomorrow. Charlie Morton on the mound for the Rays. Jordan Montgomery on the mound for the Yankees. Montgomery's been pretty good of late. Let's hope he can keep it up. And Charlie Morton's coming off the IL. He's been a good pitcher throughout his career, but he hasn't really been pitching well this year. So let's hope he can score some runs off Charlie Morton. And let's hope he can win the series tomorrow. So, yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this video. What are your thoughts on the whole fiasco at the end of the game? Love to hear your opinions on it. Put it down in the comments below. Who do you think wins tomorrow's game? Love to hear your predictions for tomorrow's game down in the comments below. So, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to you guys next time. Peace. Let's go, Yankees.